diving into the different types of agents out there and how the right personality fit for you can make all the difference in your buying and selling experience. So before we get too far along in all of this, let's talk about representation, period, and especially representation as a buyer. So a great analogy that I thought of when I was, driving around town doing as I do in this business was that as a buyer, when you are showing up, especially to a property that is one that you are very much so interested in, showing up unrepresented without an agent is sort of like showing up to the table. And if you could imagine, so imagine with me that there is a seller who has a very skilled real estate agent standing in front of them. And then you, as a buyer, are showing up in your undergarments, or if it makes you more comfortable, let's say your swimsuit, because you're unrepresented. And so everything and anything about you is quite exposed because you've got no one helping you understand what important things you should share and maybe what things you shouldn't. Now, meanwhile, as an unrepresented buyer, you look to the left and you look to the right, and your competition have very skilled, well, some maybe not so skilled, but have agents standing in front of them. They are fully clothed, not in a bathing suit, fully clothed, and have a real estate agent that is highly skilled standing in front of them, protecting them, but more than anything, advocating for them. So representation is absolutely key in this market to not only be successful, but to also make really wise real estate decisions. So let's dig into the different types of realtors that you will find out there in the real world. So I would say there are two different types of real estate agents that you'll find commonly out there. One of which is a transactional agent and the other a relational agent. And let me dive into the difference between those. A transactional agent is one in which let's talk numbers, let's talk dates, let's just get to the facts and move forward. You want to buy something, you want to sell something, let's do it. And I'll share with you how and when that is a great agent to have. The other is a relational agent. And that relational agent would be one in which is going to sit down, help you navigate exactly what this looks like for you, what current state in your world looks like, what your needs look like, and how to help you be successful in finding the right home and the right price point and the right area that works for you. And then also assisting you in thinking through all of the details that happen between putting in an offer and actually moving in. And not only putting in an offer, but confidently putting in an offer, knowing exactly what you're agreeing to, both contractually and financially. All right, so let's talk a little bit about that transactional agent. Again, a great agent to have. If you're an investor, if you are someone that this is not your first rodeo, you have bought and sold a home before, you may very well match up great with a transactional agent who's not going to go into the details with you, who is going to be very matter of fact, very move forward, very much like this is a transaction, like let's get it done. And not to say that a transactional agent doesn't still offer you great perks as an agent, such as staging opportunities as a seller, giving you great data and communicating that. Now, some transactional agents are very bare minimum. And note, if you are experiencing a bare minimum experience and that doesn't work for you, that transactional agent may not be the right fit for you. But again, great for investors, great for people that it's not their first rodeo. So going on to more of a relational agent. I don't know, to me, that is obviously where I typically align. But a relational agent, a better way to put it maybe, is someone that is going to educate you along the process. And not just, this is how it works, these are your choices A, B, and C for moving forward, which is extremely important. And so many people do value in that type of agent. But someone also that is going to take a deep breath, feel the feelings with you, mourn what they need, you may need to mourn in letting go of a property, or help you digest that it is okay for you to spend X amount of dollars on your first home, or it's okay, you've worked really hard and so has your spouse, you can purchase that $1 million house. And I know that seems really odd and crazy for you, and yet that educational relationship agent is going to sit down and work, again, like I've talked about in other videos, be a mediator for you, be a counselor for you. I mean, so many times I do feel like my interactions with people sometimes feels a little therapeutic. And yet that's the type of agent that's going to be in that relational role. Now, I will tell you, some agents can flex, and it is one of the flexes I enjoy showing, though I do feel like I got a good flex in a number of different areas in my world. But some agents can flex. They can flex between your transactional client who is selling an investment property. I'm going to provide you with data and numbers and options, and we're going to move forward and try to capitalize as much as we can on this asset and do exactly what we need to do to just get to the finish line. And yet the next minute they may move from that appointment to the next appointment and be able to flex into being a very emotional, supportive, educational, relational agent. So note that agents aren't always one or the other. And yet be aware, if you are somebody that has a need and you need to be aligned with someone that is more a transactional agent because that's your style, or a agent that is more a relational, educational, emotional. So what I would encourage you to do is, if you are in a place where you are wanting to evaluate your real estate options, don't be afraid to ask for referrals from your friends, family, and community. But also don't be afraid to sit down and interview a few agents. And in this day and time, that interview can look a little different. So there are different agency agreements you can have now, and that have changed since August of last year. One of which is where you can sign an exclusive buyer agency agreement for just a property or maybe a few properties or for a week's time, so that you can see if you actually like working with this agent or if maybe it's not the right fit. There's many other options. I'm happy to discuss them with you. If you'd like an opportunity to have coffee and chat a little bit about your real estate needs, or maybe there's a door you'd like me to open for you, more than happy to send you one of those agreements for a door or two so that you can get to know whether I'm the agent for you. Have a great day, and don't hesitate to reach out.